Have you ever wondered how Egypt, one of the world's oldest civilizations, came to be? Let's take our minds back, way back, to around 5,000 years ago, to the year 3100 BC. Picture the vast expanses of the African continent, the mighty Nile River snaking its way through the landscape. It's here that our story begins, with the unification of Upper and Lower Egypt under the rule of the first pharaoh, Narmer. This marked the dawn of the dynastic era and the birth of one of the most enduring civilizations in human history. Now, to truly understand Egypt's origins, it's crucial to grasp the significance of this unification. You see, prior to this, Egypt was divided into two distinct regions: Upper Egypt, with its thin strip of land stretching along the Nile, and Lower Egypt, with its broad fertile plains and marshy deltas. Each had its own ruler, its own culture, even its own distinct style of art and architecture. So, the unification under Narmer wasn't just a political act, it was a fusion of cultures, a melding of traditions that laid the groundwork for the unique civilization we now know as ancient Egypt. Following this unification, Egypt entered what is known as the Old Kingdom era. This was a time of incredible architectural advancement, a period when the Egyptian civilization truly began to flex its creative muscles. It was during this era that the Great Pyramid of Giza, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, was constructed. This colossal monument, built with such mathematical precision and architectural prowess, is testament to the innovative spirit and sheer determination of the ancient Egyptians. So, there you have it, a brief glimpse into the origins of Egypt. From its unification, Egypt embarked on a journey that would see it become one of the most influential civilizations in history. This journey is a captivating tale of human ingenuity, resilience, and the quest for knowledge, a tale that we will continue to unravel in the scenes to come. But what happened after the era of the Great Pyramids? Well, history did not stop churning. Egypt transitioned into the Middle Kingdom era, a golden era of political stability and prosperity. This period, spanning from the 21st to the 17th century BC, saw the reunification of Egypt under a single pharaoh, marking a resurgence of the centralized power reminiscent of the Old Kingdom. The Middle Kingdom era was a time of great cultural and artistic development. The Egyptian literature flourished, and architecture took a leap forward with the construction of grand temples and fortresses. But this era was more than just bricks and mortar. It was a time of social evolution, with the rise of a literate middle class and the expansion of trade networks. Egypt was not just surviving, it was thriving. But as the pages of time turned, so did the chapters of Egypt's history. The Middle Kingdom era gave way to the New Kingdom era, which spanned from the 16th to the 11th century BC. This was Egypt's imperial peak, its moment of global dominance. The New Kingdom era was marked by the reigns of some of the most famous pharaohs in history: Hatshepsut, the queen who became king; Akhenaten, the revolutionary who introduced monotheism; Tutankhamun, the boy king whose tomb would stun the world; and Ramses II, the great builder and warrior pharaoh. Yet it was not just the individuals that made this era remarkable. The New Kingdom saw a significant shift in burial practices. The grand pyramids of the past were replaced with hidden tombs in the Valley of the Kings, a move designed to deter grave robbers and preserve the sanctity of the pharaohs in their afterlife. From the stability of the Middle Kingdom to the imperial might of the New Kingdom, Egypt continued to shape and be shaped by the forces of history. This was not a static civilization, but a dynamic and evolving entity. The New Kingdom era marked the zenith of Egyptian power and influence. The pharaohs had built an empire that was not just a testament to their power, but also a beacon of their civilization's enduring legacy. But what happens when a civilization at its peak begins to decline? Welcome to the late period of Egypt, a time marked by invasions, internal strife, and the gradual but inevitable decline of a once grand civilization. The late period of ancient Egypt, which began around the 8th century BC, was a time of great turmoil. While the mighty pyramids still stood as a testament to the glory of the past, the power of pharaohs waned, and the kingdom was repeatedly invaded by foreign powers. One of the most notable invasions occurred in the 4th century BC, when a young Macedonian conqueror named Alexander the Great swept across the land. With his mighty army, he easily toppled the Persian rule, and Egypt fell to the Greeks. This marked the beginning of the Hellenistic period of Egyptian history, which was characterized by the rule of the Ptolemaic dynasty. The Ptolemies were Greek rulers, but they adopted many of the customs and traditions of the Egyptians, including the practice of pharaohs marrying their siblings to keep the royal bloodline pure. This cultural melding resulted in a fascinating fusion of Greek and Egyptian traditions, influencing everything from art to religion. One of the most famous figures from this era was Cleopatra VII, the last of the Ptolemaic rulers. A woman of great intelligence and charisma, Cleopatra was not just a queen, but a scholar, naval commander, and diplomat. Her relationships with Julius Caesar and Mark Antony are well known, but her reign was also marked by her efforts to maintain Egypt's independence in the face of growing Roman power. Despite her efforts, the reign of Cleopatra marked the end of the Ptolemaic dynasty and the end of independent Egypt. After her death, Egypt became a province of the Roman Empire, closing one chapter of its history and opening another. The Greek rule, while a period of decline, also brought about a fascinating fusion of cultures. With the blending of Greek and Egyptian cultures, the late period of ancient Egypt, though marked by decline and strife, also brought about a rich tapestry of cultural exchange that continues to captivate us to this day. How did Egypt transition from a land of ancient gods to a Christian nation? Let's take a journey together through the annals of history to understand this fascinating transition. In the 1st century BC, Egypt fell under the dominion of a new foreign power, the Romans. The Roman conquest of Egypt, while initially met with resistance, eventually led to the integration of the Nile Valley into the sprawling Roman Empire. This period was marked by a certain level of stability and prosperity, as Egypt became a vital grain supplier to Rome, but it also sparked a gradual shift in religious beliefs. Amidst the pantheon of ancient Egyptian deities, a new religion began to take root: Christianity. The message of Christianity found fertile ground in the multicultural milieu of Roman Egypt. It was in Alexandria, a vibrant and bustling city, where the seeds of Christian thought were sown and nurtured. The city became a focal point for Christian scholarship and was instrumental in the development of Christian theology. As the centuries passed, Christianity spread from the cities to the countryside, gradually permeating all levels of Egyptian society. It was a process of peaceful conversion, facilitated by the translation of Christian texts into the native Egyptian language. This led to the emergence of Coptic Christianity, a unique branch of Christianity that retained elements of the ancient Egyptian culture and language. By the end of the 4th century AD, Egypt had largely transitioned from a land of ancient gods to a Christian nation. Temples were transformed into churches, and the ancient Egyptian religion gradually faded into obscurity. Yet, the cultural and religious heritage of ancient Egypt was not entirely erased. It found a new expression in the practices and traditions of Coptic Christianity, a testament to the enduring spirit of the Egyptian people. The Christianization of Egypt marked a significant shift in the cultural and religious landscape of the country. It was a period of profound change, a testament to the dynamic and evolving nature of human civilizations. Indeed, the story of Egypt is a story of resilience and adaptation, a story that continues to unfold to this very day. So, how did Egypt become the predominantly Muslim country we know today? This shift was initiated by the Islamic conquest of Egypt, a pivotal chapter in the nation's rich tapestry of history. In the 7th century, Egypt was under the rule of the Byzantine Empire. But that was about to change. The Islamic forces, under the command of Amr ibn al-As, swept through the region, and by the year 740, Egypt was fully integrated into the Islamic Empire. This was a period of significant change, as the predominantly Christian region was gradually converted to Islam. The Arabic language also began to replace Greek and Coptic, profoundly influencing the Egyptian culture. The Fatimid Caliphate, established in the 10th century, marked another crucial era. They built the city of Cairo, which would become the political and cultural heart of Egypt. The Fatimids were known for their tolerance towards other religions, and under their rule, Egypt experienced a renaissance in arts, sciences, and trade. Fast forward to the Ottoman Empire in the 16th century. Egypt became a province of this vast empire, but maintained a degree of autonomy. However, the real turning point came in the 19th century, when Egypt gained nominal independence from the Ottomans. Under the leadership of Muhammad Ali Pasha, modern Egypt started to take shape. This era witnessed significant reforms in military, economic, and cultural aspects of the society. The 20th century brought a series of political changes, from British occupation and the Revolution of 1952 to the establishment of the Republic in 1953. Today, Egypt stands as a testament to its vibrant past, with its rich history seeping into every corner of the country, from its architecture to its language and customs. From the pharaohs to the modern era, Egypt's history is a captivating journey of power, religion, and culture. A journey that continues to unfold, adding new layers to the multifaceted story of this remarkable land.